Business Insights on Talking with the Experts, hosted by Rose Davidson.
This episode of Talking with the Experts is brought to you by our future partners. Maybe that's you. If your brand aligns with authenticity, strategy, and transformation, let's collaborate. Visit talkingwiththeexperts.com/sponsor Talking with the Experts to learn more. Now, let's dive into today's conversation.
Hello, welcome to Talking with the Experts. I'm your host, Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com.au. Today, my guest is Chris Carter, and we're going to be talking through the 7 different companies that he started in his career as an entrepreneur, and why it would have been easier if he had had AI to help him at the time. Now, Chris is a 17 times author and a 4 times bestseller who you just want to talk to about technology in today and in the future. And Chris is your guy if you need that. Chris will bring you to the brink of running through a brick wall to want to be a better you. Welcome, Chris, and thank you for joining me on Talking with the Experts.
Great to be here, Rose. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored. And yes, this is my 60th podcast of the year and my second with someone from Australia. So I'm very honored.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's lovely to have you here. Tell me a little bit about why you are so keen on AI and helping business owners to navigate that.
Oh, I love AI. As an entrepreneur, I love being able to start things and to grow things and to make things happen. And like you stated in the opening, if I would have had AI many, many years ago, I may have still had my first company or my second company. I just love it because it helps you start faster. It helps you do the things that you're looking at, from your HR to your finance to your marketing to your sales. It's that little creature that's always there on my desktop that's willing to help me every single day of the week to be able to do more and more. And I think it's benefit to all of us entrepreneurs, no matter what size you are, to help you get going, to keep getting motivated, and it keeps helping you learn new things, understand new things, and to be able to develop new things together. And it makes it do it faster.
I totally agree. I love my Chat GPT. I've even given him a name.
Oh,
and if I'm having
share?
a day, I will, I will vent to him and I will ask him questions. But he has helped me build my website about 6 times. I think this year I've redone my front page about 6 times because I'm not happy with it. And so I just kept going back and asking questions. And because of my guests that I have on, they give me different ideas. So I go back and, can you help me with this? And this person said that, and, maybe we could do it this way. So I absolutely love it. And, it's helped me, build my website for my business, for my podcast, and for my passion project that is helping domestic violence survivors. So, I run 3 websites. So, I'm a bit, I love doing them. I think they're fun.
And that's a great tool. Have you used more than ChatGPT?
No, I have not.
So I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Find the app called Chat Hub, and I actually have it up. It's app.chathub.gg. Now that gives you the ability to use multiple chats, not just ChatGPT, but it can also go into Gronk and it can go into others. And you can put up 2, 3, 6. I literally have 6 of them running on my screen right here to my right. ChatGPT 5, Claude, Gemini, Kimi, Quinn, and DeepSeek. And they all give you little bits and pieces that might be different from a little different variation. And then you can pick and choose. Or if you like one specifically, like a ChatGPT 5 or a ChatGPT 4, maybe you liked that variation, and have them to run against each other and see what they bring up. And I love it for that reason, because it gives me 6 different ideas. And then I get to look at them and I get to make some decisions based upon, because we use it for all of our marketing materials. You know what? I use it as a framework for when I'm writing my books. It helps me with my frameworks. And then I go forward from there. And from a marketing and a web page design and a landing pages, they really bring up some great ideas. And it seems like no two are ever the same. They're always picking and choosing from different variations, and it's just something that opens up and flowers and blooms. And I love that creativity. For me, that's a great thing. Hence the flowered shirt tonight.
Yeah, yeah. People keep saying that AI is going to take over jobs and do this and do that, and they're terrified of it. But this is the future. We have to all adapt to new
Yes.
things. Even our forebears had to adapt to the industrial revolution and all sorts of other things. So what is AI? I mean, I don't know what people are frightened of.
It's the evolution of life. Is it going to take away jobs? Well, maybe some. Sure. Everything's going through cycles, and especially the way we're going through things right now. But at the end of the day, what I tell people is don't be afraid of it, embrace it, because it's going to make you a better you. It's going to help you become a better employee, a better person in marketing, a better person in sales, a better person in whatever your role is, because it's going to help you gather the information that you're looking for faster, deeper, and wider instead of those little things that are just right there in front of your face. I was just talking to an elementary school teacher tonight. We were at the ice cream shop and we were chit chatting. She's a local girl, and I asked her. So I said, "So have you guys started talking about ChatGPT or any AI in school?" She goes, "As a matter of fact, all of us teachers had to take a quiz and give our opinions on what we think we should do inside the school." And I said, "Well, I wrote a pamphlet. It's about 50 pages long. It's called The Beginner's Guide to AI for 5-year-olds." And she kind of gave me this look, and I said, "You don't know anything about AI yet, do you?" And she goes, "No, not really. I haven't used it." I said, "Then you're the perfect person. I did this for my dad. I wanted him to be able to look at it and be able to say, oh, okay, now I understand it." And so I actually just emailed it before we started. I sent it to her and I said, "I'm willing to send this to all the teachers in every grade we have here in our local school because you've got to learn, you've got to embrace it. It's the Encyclopedia Britannica of what I used to have as a kid. I used to have
Mm,
those 27 books on the shelf.
yeah.
And now instead of going to those 27 books, I get to go to the world. I get to embrace the world with AI, ask it the right prompts, the right questions, the right information, and then I can tweak that when it comes back and say, "No, I don't like this information. Can you give me more detail here?" It's that clean and easy, and it just makes you a better human being. It makes you smarter of what you're working on.
Mm. Yeah, I think quite honestly that is very true. And the ones who don't embrace it and are frightened of it, I think are in for a huge shock. Um, because honestly, I think a lot of um, administration roles will be taken over with AI, and AI is going to be helping them to be better administration people. So you're right about HR and marketing and all those other things that can benefit from the use of AI. Tell me, how do you use AI in your marketing?
Certainly. So our marketing team will do it. There's a couple of ways that we start with it. Let's start talk about our social media activities. We will ask it for specific um, titles for our social media posts. Let's start with give us the top 10 best SEO based titles for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. Now, based upon those 10, give us even deeper detail on an SEO based environment. Then we'll take that title, now write us a tweet based around these activities that we do as an organization that fit this title. So we'll go through prompting and we have multiple prompts that we'll use. Then we also go through and we'll work with the tool. Please help us create a 5,000 word essay based upon these activities that we do as an organization and we want to highlight for potential customers. Over Chris is speaking or Chris is going out to this event. Can you talk about what the event means, how it means, what we're doing for these activities, and what it means to organizations to learn this information? We try to put out a lot of learning I don't like to sell per se. Yeah, we have to sell because we're an organization and we're capitalists. But at the end of the day, I want to help educate folks. So we really use it to help us with that educational building documents that they can take and learn. Kind of like the beginner's guide to AI for 5-year-olds. Help us create a document. Then we'll go in and we'll use Banana or we'll use Grok or help us create videos or help us make photographs or activities, and we can do different various for our document, and we can upload it, and we'll then market those activities. We'll use Designer to put it all together and clean it and template it and make it real nice and pretty. And then we'll use other tools that are out there like Gamma as part of a presentation, or we'll use Gamma to take that presentation and then publish it to the web. So we have it available so anybody can then use it and look at it and download that information. So we have a number of different tools that are all AI based. Heck, we even create our own music and background songs on Sona. We put in the information that we want and how we want it to sound, if we want it to be country or we want it to sound like Olivia Newton-John from Australia or any of the, reading her book. That's why it's top of mind for me. And we'll put that in there and Sona will create the background sounds. So we have so many different ways that we can market and get that information out into people's hands so they can hopefully get some knowledge.
It's a great way to be using AI, I think, but you still need that human connection. You need someone to put the prompts in there. So you still need people working for you to be able to use the AI and train it to be how you want it to be.
100% correct. You've got to put the proper prompts in. And if you don't put them in the first time, you've got to know how to tweak it to be able to keep adding. Because that's the great thing about AI is it continuously learns what you're doing and how you're doing things. So if you're creating that prompt and you keep adding to it, it will keep giving you answers that are variations and how you're looking for. And I love that component of it. Because in the past, you never had that capability to do it. You were always coding. As a coder myself, from a technology standpoint, I was always coding and I'd have to go back in and I have to try and find and I have to do the. Now it just learns from you what you want to do from either the marketing standpoint, how you want to do sales presentations, how you want to do and make sure that your HR or your finance teams are all working in conjunction with each other on some tools. That it's continuously learning your way of how you interact with it. That's why you say that you named your chat GPT. You now have a relationship and it's built a relationship with you and it's going to continuously learn from you and help you and it's going to become more friendly with you and help you with those activities.
Yep. Oh, it has certainly gives me great advice and keeps me grounded.
Outstanding. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, awesome. I might go and get on Sona and try and write some background music for the podcast because the couple that I've got I like them, but yeah, they're
It is so much fun. I probably have about 40 or 50 songs on there and I goof around with that thing every once in a while. I had to stop for a while because I was having too much fun. And my daughters actually heard me one day doing stuff and they're like, Dad, that's just not right. Stop, stop.
I guess you've gone through the marketing and how. Tell me some other things that you're using it for HR and other things. How does it benefit HR?
Oh, it's great for us. We actually have it connected to an SAP landscape, and we actually have it doing the automation activities for when people want off of work and they want to use their vacation time. So we actually have it tied into our system. So if somebody types in, how many days of vacation do I have into our chatbot, it will automatically tell them based upon our HR database. They'll tell them how many hours they have available. They'll also ask, can I take off on these particular days? And it will go into our corporate calendar, see who on their team has off and who does not have off. If somebody wants off on a Friday, but yet somebody else is taking off on a Friday, we try to not have minimum number of people. We try to have a level set of people, unless it can get overridden in the system by a human. We do not let it override in the system. So it automates how many hours you've got available. And then it will tell you whether you can or cannot take off based upon others. Very quick, very easy process in our chatbot.
Yeah, you've got AI pretty much set up in your business. How can people get started doing it, if they wanted to?
That's exactly why I wrote the beginner's guide to AI, is very small. Start with a small project. If you want to start in marketing, start in marketing. If you want to start in sales, or if you want to start in your HR or your finance, but start with a very small pet project that you know will have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you want to make sure that you have it structured so maybe one or two individuals are the ones that are going to be doing those activities. You can monitor and make sure that they're doing what you've asked them to do. And they've taken on the responsibility to be that expert to give them the support that they need from a business standpoint. Because you have to make sure that you follow through. And that's part of the reason why some of these companies are not having a good ROI with AI. They pick the wrong tool because they don't know what they're doing yet from a business standpoint or from that tool. They don't have a good ROI because, again, they picked the wrong tool for the wrong need at the wrong time. And so having experts like myself or others walk through these processes, if you're going to be doing marketing, you want to use certain tools like a ChatGPT and a DeepSeek stuff. If you're doing coding, that's a completely different animal. I don't want code running through those systems because they're going to give you the wrong information because they're not necessarily code variables. If you're going to do presentations and you want to do some things for your presentations as you're going to trade shows and activities, that's another different component. So you want to make sure that you pick the right items with the right information and where you're getting that information from. Is it inside your corporate structure, or is it inside from the World Wide Web, using the Chat GPTs and the DeepSeeks and such? So it's all those little variables that you have to make sure that you understand in order to be beginning, middle, and end, and have a complete project ready to go so you do see those benefits at the end.
So where can they get this cheat sheet from?
You know what? First thing you can do is find me on LinkedIn. Tell me you heard the podcast and you want to have a conversation, and I will send you the link to that document. It's a 50-page PDF, or I'll have it as I'm going to have it as like a flip book and stuff like that too for everybody. We've got that form. Just ping me on LinkedIn. Tell me you found. There'll be some links that I'm sure you'll share as part of the go forward on the podcast. I'll make sure
Absolutely.
that link is there as well, and people can just download it willy-nilly. They can share it as much as they want. We just want to get people to understand the basics, the very basics, as if they were a 5-year-old, to start learning some things on AI. So I'm going to treat everybody as if they're my father. He's 77 years old now, and I want to make sure that they can understand it just like my father does now.
Wonderful. Hey, if you want to find Chris, you can find him on LinkedIn, Instagram, on his two websites. He's got one, aproyo.com and christophermcarter.com. And he wants to promote his latest book.
Oh.
What is that one about? What's it called?
Oh, I actually just launched the newest and latest, greatest one. It's about AI with large language models and small language models. I'm a big believer in smaller, more granular details, especially for companies that are starting to get into AI. No matter if you're an enterprise company or if you're a company of only 5 or 10 people, having a smaller base system. You don't need these big NVIDIA chips. You don't need a lot of big tokens to do it. What you need is proper clean data, and you need your data. If you're going to be doing things for your business in an enterprise, clean data. If you're going to do marketing activities and you're going to do promotions and those, that's when you start using the other tools, the Gammas and the Chat GPTs and the DeepSeek, because that's going to get you more information so you can get granular then on those. And that's how you start doing the prompting. So the books are on Amazon. I'm all over Amazon now with AI and my SAP and my cloud. But the last 5 or 6 books are all about AI for us beginners and experts out there as well.
Wonderful. Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, and congratulations on 60 interviews this year.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honored that you were my 60th as podcaster of the year. I'm so honored that I can do this with you.
Thank you. And you have a great evening.
You too, Rose. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Talking with the Experts with Rose Davidson, the podcast that brings you real stories, bold insights, and strategies that work. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube or your favourite podcast channel so you never miss an episode, and dive into our full library anytime at talkingwiththeexperts.com. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep talking with the experts.